Okay, so the wind will blow the good weather from Moscow to Munich.
Yeah.
Okay. We have our local IT on board.
Okay.
So we can jump in with the mix of the parameters that I made.
Okay, what I can take off with this. What you see here is maybe a contract from January that we processed, and we have a book date in January that you see. There is no contract with a book date in January that went through the system. So all what we had is, I think there should be some failed contracts. We have, let me check that with F. If we, yeah, you see, we have here one of these contracts. Would be great if we would have that one. If this contract, for example, would be not with a failed correction action code, we have processed that load where it is in. So you see here, these are all different loads. Right. And these loads were processed. You see that here, process start date. So they were processed, but each time they got an F.
Fail.
So what does this mean?
Data quality. So this is data
correct.
quality.
Yeah. The consequence of that is that contract is in your stage delivery, but it is not get processed up to core and not to the reports. So you do not see anything in Tableau. Well, this is the big problem what we have. And when you see I changed this to 0, this means this is a processed contract that went through. We have nothing. Then
Can you change the date? Can you date?
Yeah. Does it January?
Bigger than
this would be February. Nothing. We would have something for March, but for March just this KL contract.
Commercial.
And let me check if there would be one with an F. With, yeah. You see, we have a lot of deliveries that had data with a book date. You see here, 10th, 23rd, and so on and so on. All of them full year. So, and this is the consequence that you do not see in the report. So the reporting works correct. They say, yeah, I can just report dates or report data that is in core. So nothing got processed in the core of that. What I saw in
why there are checks?
Yeah, we had this topic with contract, with the objects, then with the application and so on. And this is the consequence of all that. Let me have a look for April. If there is an April, also there is just KL. That's not good. Is there something with an F that we? Okay. So what we could try.
Because this is the similar to the data quality for Tableau.
Yeah.
I assume there is somehow link to that with the.
Yeah, it's the same. What you see in the report is nothing a little bit different to what I did now with this SQL.
The only thing is there is a text field showing what went wrong.
Yeah, there is they match it with some. There is when you do the processing, you get then a report description what went wrong and the details. I just look always on this F because this means the complete record got rejected, and by that you miss the complete contract, and this is our big problem. And when you see, we do not have many processings in that month, and when you do not see it because I think we did the processing for January, for February. I don't think for March, if I'm not sure. And so you would see some of your data with 2026 for service portfolio because this is the existing contracts. But in new business, you won't see any new data. And the only thing what would be possible that we say, okay, let's have a look if that contract that we have now for April, this 15th of April, that we try to get that one as a 0 and not as an F, I would have a look on why this contract came and has an F. I think it's one of these contracts that we tried. I think I will check this. I stopped now with that because I had other topics, but I will investigate why this contract failed, and maybe we can bring this contract so far that we get this with some 0 and we get it processed into core. By that, when we do then a new processing and April, we would see at least that contract. This would I hope so that we really see that, because there is no problem in the in the beginning I thought it was a processing problem, that we had some, for Russia, some chains not started or whatever, but as it looks now, it's really just because of the data itself and the combinations of how often we processed, what we delivered, and these failures. This is the problem what we have.
Hold on for a second, because I don't see the processing, but I checked and I see this load ID 156 in the data quality check. So give me a moment. I'm opening it. So I have this detailed quality report. Let me see if I have this contract 501266R. I don't have this. Let me have a quick look. Maybe the flag is put incorrectly. HMIRU load ID 214 52 56. That's the right one. All tables, all fields, all rejects. Check this one more time. Let me check this time. It's opening. 1 second. So we have a.
I would expect that this contract is in the report. This is what I would expect for this. This was a full load and it got processed.
So we have one of them here. Have a look.
Cash flow delivery, blah 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 blah, insurance.
Yeah, but these are some old. So we are looking about this one. Looking about this one. Hey, we cannot find. They cannot find 266 R. Yeah, but this one is from 21st year. We are looking for the like 26 at least, or 25. No, I don't know them. But that's the reason they didn't reach out even to this data quality. So I think the when you had, if I remember correctly, when I was talking with Florian Hills, yeah, you were kind of explaining this to me, and I think that the F actually means total failure. Yeah, it's not even reaching this one. So this means that I think it gets rejected immediately. Yes, it gets rejected immediately, and it's not even reaching this stage to kind of analyze the root cause and the error.
Yeah, I think this is failure. When normally it's in this way, when the HMIT contract, when you have a reject in that one, then the complete set gets rejected, and they do not care even if, so let's say cash flow looks good or something is something, they say, okay, forget it completely. I cannot. For example, if you have a look in when you, this is what arrives. Let me have a to show it to you when I see. You have to start sharing the screen because I oh, okay, yeah, just a second. So So this is so this would mean that record, this contract got delivered multiple 26 times, 26 times, different load IDs. Not each load ID means that it got really processed. So we should have at the end, let me switch here, not terminate that. The recollection code, and there are some with F, and you see here, update instance ID, this was an update, these ones got processed, and they failed. And you see, first of all, when you deliver the data in the first shot, there's a very basic data quality check. Not even in detail in the deep. It gets just and says, hey, is object available? And for example, if you see this object is not available, then the system says, you have your reference that I cannot work with, forget it, take it out. This is a very, very hard, absolutely. And just if, for example, all these foreign key relations are working, when this is working, and then you go on and say, okay, and now I look into cash flow, for example, is there something buggy, whatever, and can I live with that or not? This is how DQ works. And the quality, the processing. Correct. And then you would see this in your DQ report that somebody says, okay, in your cash flow, you delivered one line with the wrong body type code. Right. So, and here we have each time a complete recheck of the complete data set. So everything for that contract got rejected up to now. And the issue here is we just have very, very few new contracts per month. This is our main issue. Normally, for example, if other markets have that problem, they say, yeah, okay, I have 10,000 new contracts per month. When 2 contracts are get rejected, I don't care. And I fix this manually. And this is 100% is rejected. This is exactly our problem, that we have everything rejected. And by that, Tableau, well, cannot show any data. So the processing seem to be okay, but it is really a topic of data. So the only thing what we can try now is that we have a look on exactly that contract with that number. What is the issue? And try to fix it. Yeah, I will have a look on the foreign keys and so on. What's going on there?
Yeah, but hold on for a second. Yeah, what you're explaining is the analytical kind of a little bit mix of the technical and analytical part of the root cause analysis.
Yeah.
I mean, I would go to the piece of the code or to the script that is assigning S. Because definitely there is some kind of the logic clauses, if then, and then just do the debug on that, and then you immediately get the place. What triggered exactly?
I have my scripts for that. This is not the issue. So I can run them and see then what's the issue is. This is not the problem. As I said, then can we fix for that one contract the data and do a full load again? And when we then, we have then to do full load for that and the processing for that, and we could do a month-end closing for April in this case. And then I would expect that we at least see that one contract. So you would not see any data for January, February, and March, but this one, what you expect to see. This is, I think, the step
we have to just understand why it's not coming in, and
absolutely.
At least within the kind of the concept of the data delivery, I understand this contract is getting delivered. Now business can have a look. Is it sufficient for business? Yes, no. Then okay, here is the next contract. We know how to fix it and get delivered. I feel that we get something very similar, and it was related to CRS, but CRS rating. But I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, let me check that, and I will come back as soon as possible. Hopefully, let's have a look. I can do this today. Is very packed. Let me do this tomorrow. then I can have a look on that and can give you the details why it got rejected and how we can fix that.
But we still have 13 minutes when we can have a kind of first try. If you did not plan anything in the meantime.
Let me have a look. So just got my script here for that. It's in a different environment at the moment. So let me have a look what we have. This is the contract and we have contract number. And we have checked. And I think the application is the same number as the contract. Okay. Start.
I think that
Let's look around.
on space or something like that. Yeah, he has the hints of the available.
We have data here. Okay, this is okay. Well, MK is that one from above. If this is even there. Yeah, this is the first shot what I see. So for example, this is exactly our biggest issue that you see in the contract. There is a link. There's a link in the application login. Okay. And the first check does nothing. What I did here, here's the application there. And if the answer is no, it gets empty. So all you need to have the references to your tables, else the contract gets rejected. This is the main issue what we have here. And I remember the problem.
For commercial finance, we deleted the piece that was checking the application.
Yeah.
So commercial finance, we don't have application. But then how the application gets populated in the stage to my key application table.
So normally you just have the application local MK. You have the main application with the same ID. Then what you have here is the application cancel reason or all these data. Where is the timestamp from that?
Hold on for a second.
It's not
hold on for a second. Go to the right. I think the assumption was that the application is exactly the same as the contract you mentioned. You see the application only the
same ID. Yes. It's the same ID.
Application local and K. Yeah, but application local and K does not consist with the R/26. We see the 50, 12. Could you?
Yeah, this is now just that I have there is no data for that one. You see, I just did it now for everything. This is the whole table.
Hold on for a second. Because then we have the application decision stamp date. Could you show the top? Just a second. Yeah, and remove the yeah.
Yeah, this is
and we have April 26. Okay, very good.
This is the funny thing. Okay, then we have here something is not fitting together. Because this is also the correction of
Alexander, I think there was a discussion about this application local MK and contract number.
Because you have here the application local MK, this is just the number itself, but not the whole number. And I think this is also a mapping topic because then you have it doesn't
obviously. If we go to the HMIT contract with the application local MK,
yeah,
exactly. Here you have the contract number. Then we go to the application table. There's application without this part.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think
we have a problem.
in the object, if we do have here the same issue, because there object issue where object local nk is, and this one object is missing also.
Could you please do a quick select, do the select on the HMIT application, order by date, the same.
So this is the stuff that we got. I think that
I was thinking rather application signing date, but it's okay. It's good enough. Application local nk, yeah. And the option remove the like of the application local nk. I just want to see if that's an impact for all the applications. More obviously, it is an issue for the all. I just want to have a look on that if it's really the case. So select all. Okay, remove up local nk. Up local nk equals yeah, just remove it. Ordered by, yeah, is with ordered by. Yes, please.
So what you see there, we have all of them.
All of them. Okay. That was just kind of, sanity check that it's a common issue for all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alexander, are you with us? Alexander, you are on mute. Okay. Okay, very good. So now the question
is the same with objects that we have. The object is missing. This is the object.
Yeah.
It's not there also.
What are the parameters of the object? If there is an object and there is other parameters that
if you have here, if you have
just show me the T object table. I just want to understand what are the components of the T object table. Yeah, so object currency.
The VIN, first registration date, then you have some small vehicle model here and so on. So nothing complicated normally. Most of them I think could be null. You see, this is all of what is in the table.
Some
short text, some.
Okay, so let's fix the thing that obviously we have as an issue, because I'm not sure how the processing works. If the step number one is check that the application is existing, no, fail, and only after the application check there is some kind of processing of the object and object creation. Because I remember, I think Sahindra was doing this kind of hot fix for the object creation.
Correct, we did this. Yeah, that was a topic that we had.
Yeah. Okay. So now
that you see up to now, even after the fix, we had no delivery of that contract or of this object.
Okay, so now it seems that the ball is on our side. Check what type of the application local nk is being delivered.
I can make an extract of that and send you an Excel sheet where we have the complete data in it, that you can see what got delivered to stage. And then let's have a look if we can reproduce the data on your side, that you say, hey, how would it look in your system? How would it look in ODS? I don't know. And after that, we can see how we can bring the correct data into stage.
Yeah, I mean, obviously there is a mismatch between the systems, because you have the application 1266,
Yeah.
In the application data.
Yeah.
And you have the 50/12/1/26.
Yeah.
Contract table.
Yeah.
Where you have the link to the unexistent application.
So something
wrong with data delivery.
Cut off or what? I don't know, or the combination not done or whatever.
Yeah. So clear. For me, it's clear.
Yeah.
So
and I mean,
make a short summary. And send it out. Maybe Alexander will be able to kind of look in what actually we are.
Yeah, and I will make a few
and have a look. Yes, and have a look what you have in your ODS. Yeah. So then we'll try to figure out, because what we've seen now on the far end on the S. So this is the stage. This is on the out. Correct.
Yeah, this is the stage. Yeah, it's the stage what we have.
Stage is an in.
Yes, this is the incoming area from ODS. And when we push
okay. HMI stage. Okay.
And then we process the data to core again. And this is the stage delivery from the markets. And I will do some screenshots from my side, from stage. Sahindra, I will check with you then that we get the object and the application. Good. And we send you that, and then we find a solution for that.
Super. Let's hope that it's just the case on something being cut off.
Yeah, I think this is not. I'm sure it's not a big trouble. It's somewhere a missing combination, a missing building the whole thing together, whatever.
It's good that we found the problem.
Yeah.
We can now tackle and try to solve this, and then we can move forward. So okay.
And then when we really have data, process data, then we also will see it then later on in the Tableau reports.
Yes. Yes.
Perfect.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yes. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you.
Oliver,
Bye.
correctly. Okay, you will.